from the Keith Gilbertson Senior Sports and Fitness Center here on the campus of Snohomish High School, where tonight bragging rights for the school district are on the line as two of Washington State's most successful basketball programs are about to do battle in what should be an exciting game. The visiting team, the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, they finished 4th in state last year at the 4A state tournament and did so with a very young program, a team that had only 2 seniors on the entire roster. Expectations are extremely high this season for head coach Brian Hill's squad, as many in the state basketball community are picking GP as a favorite to win their first ever state title. They tip off their season here tonight against the Snohomish Panthers program that has finished in the top 4 in the state in 3 of the past 4 seasons, including a 4th place finish at the 3A state tournament back in March. The home team, the Snohomish Panthers, under longtime head coach Ken Roberts, are always well prepared, and they bring a stingy defense that held Cedar Crest to only 27 points on Friday night. Snohomish shoots up a team that has plenty of state experience, and they are no stranger to big games. 2 great programs from Snohomish School District. However, only one can claim victory tonight. Thank you for tuning in to STSPN. My name is Steve Willits, and along with the 5-tool player Todd Elvick and the wedge Ron Henthorn, we are just about ready for a great matchup against 2 programs that have had more than their share of success over the years. Ron, 2 teams, both finishing in 4th place at state last year, both not strangers to the Tacoma Dome, and then when you add on to the fact that they're rivals, it just makes it that much more of a big night, doesn't it?
Oh, it makes it much more of a big night. Not only are they rivals, they kind of know each other and have known each other for quite a while now, and so they're coming into this game tonight, both wanting to make a win. Obviously, Snohomish wants to win this game. They've got 1 win and 1 loss under their belt, so they got 2 games on the court already, and GP's coming out their inaugural game here tonight, so Coach Hill's kind of wondering what his girls are going to look like, but I think he's got a lot of confidence in them.
Yeah, 2 teams, as you made reference to a moment ago, they know each other very well. 2 friends as coaches. Brian Hill, the coach of Glacier Peak, the only coach they've ever known at the school. Brian used to be on the bench of Ken Roberts from Snohomish. They're friends. They trained together. They played in a jamboree together 10 days ago. They're even traveling down to Vancouver together next week for a 2-day tournament. And now we're going to go ahead and turn off our microphones and get ready here.
That'll be a fun and noisy bus.
Definitely, indeed, as we are going to honor our country.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
And the excitement is electric here as we are just about ready for basketball. The Snohomish Band is playing. 2 great fan bases all showing up tonight and ready for action. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the starting lineups The Snohomish Panthers 1-1 on the season so far, with a loss to Ferndale to start things off, and then a win on Friday night against Cedar Crest. They're going to be starting at guard a 5'6" sophomore, number 3, Cheyenne Rogers. She's second in the team currently in scoring with 7 points per game. Number 4, Kinsley Gallatin. She is a 5'10" senior. Missed the first game of the year, scored 6 in their victory against Cedar Crest. She's already committed to playing at Central Washington University next year. Number 10, Kayla Soderstrom. She is a 5'8" junior guard, averaging 5.5 points per game. Number 13, the leading scorer thus far, Ella Gallatin. She's only a sophomore. She stands 5'9", 21 points in their victory over Cedar Crest the other day. And then finally, number 24, Kaylin Beckman, 5'11" forward, wearing the number 24. She is averaging 6 points per game, and we'll get you a Glacier Peak here in just a moment. Olivia Collins into the lane, easy layup. All area last year, and you can see why right there. She's a 5'9" or 5'6" junior guard wearing the number 1. Also out on the floor with her right now, Shaylin Sandy, a 5'7" senior wearing the number 5. Malia Smith, she's a sharpshooter, 5'5" junior guard. Madison Rubino, all league last year, number 15. She's a 6-foot post player, only a junior. And then finally, Maya Erling, a 5'8" junior guard wearing the number 35. 3 seconds to go on the shot clock. Snohomish needing to get a shot up. They don't realize the shot clock is down to 0.
It's down.
A very late whistle there. The shot clock had been at 0 for a good 2 or 3 seconds,
Yeah.
Ron. I think Kevin Erickson was even a little confused there, the official for tonight's game. Finally, they get that squared away. Glacier
I think they were waiting for a buzzer.
They were waiting for a buzzer that wasn't coming, was it? So here we go. They finally get things back underway here. Glacier Peak with their second possession of the night. That's Malia Smith up on top, floats it into the key.
Almost a turnover, but she got it back.
Ella Gatling getting her hand on it. Shot is missed. There we go. Rebound for the other Gallatin. That's Kinsley.
Kinsley stepped out of bounds down there. I think that's going to be GP inbound on the baseline. Let's see if they got a baseline play for a basket here.
Minute 10 into the game thus far. 2-0 score. Glacier Peak ranked number 1 in the state according to Scorebook Live. There's a steal right there.
They had a baseline play, but it didn't work, and they got a turnover. Then they just, maybe they get a steal back. We're going to have a held ball. Possession going to GP.
Maya Erling getting after it on the floor there. Joining her down on the floor, that was Kaylin Beckman.
Oh, Snohomish. Yep.
Erling grabbing the ball. Beckman then diving on top of it. Snohomish with the arrow, their ball. Looking for their first points here of the game. Both of these teams, again, finishing 4th in the state last year at their respective state tournaments. 3-ball up in the air off the back iron, bounces up.
Oh, that was a...
Malia Smith going up high for the ball, grabbing it, kicking it into the middle, tending that pass for Rubino. Gets away, but goes right into the hands of Collins. She goes back into the lane, puts it up off the glass, misses. Gallatin coming away with the rebound.
Good tough defense there by Snohomish underneath there. It looked like an easy layup, but she didn't make it.
Yeah, Collins had the look she wanted, just couldn't quite close it out. 2 minutes into the game right now. Panthers still looking for their first score of the night. Doing a nice job there. We're down to 7 on the shot clock. Kinsley kicking it out. That's Soderstrom swinging it over to the other side.
No,
Second
didn't get
time
it
now
off.
we've got a shot clock violation.
Well, it looks like they might be going to call a foul over there, but Kevin Erickson's calling it a shot clock violation, so the foul's going to go away.
Erickson running on over and correcting that one again. A little bit late with the buzzer there, but nonetheless, we finally get it squared away. 2 minutes and 21 seconds into the game so far. And somehow, some way, Olivia Collins, the only one with a bucket tonight. 2-0 score. 3-ball in the corner off the front iron.
A little bit cold on the floor here tonight, but they're just trying to feel themselves out here and see where they're going to go.
Snohomish back on the offensive side of things, swinging it around to the left. Kinsley Gallatin driving the lane, draws the foul, and she's going to go to the line for 2.
I think that's going to go against Rubino. Yep. Well, we'll see if the Panthers can put something through the hoop from the free throw line here tonight. They were, there's the first one in. They only shot like
that's Ella Gallatin,
38% against Ferndale from the free throw line. So, and now they're shooting 100%. So that's a lot better.
Ella Gallatin 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Only a sophomore. As we mentioned, she had 21 points the other night against Cedar Crest. Malia Smith fakes the shot, drives baseline, kicks it out to the corner. Off the back iron once again. Rebound coming back to Snohomish with a chance to perhaps take the lead. Pressure in the backcourt, and we're going to get another foul.
Get a foul.
Correction, they're going to. Yep, no, they are going to, in fact, call a foul.
I think maybe on Sandy. Well, he didn't. Yeah, he did put it up.
Did put it on Sandy.
Yep.
Second team foul for Glacier Peak.
Playing pretty physical out there.
Snohomish looking to get it in low. Beckman up and under, misses the shot. Rebound coming down to Sandy. GP looking to push. We're going to set the offense up here again. We knew this was going to be a defensive struggle. Malia Smith dragging that foot. She doesn't like the call from Kevin Erickson. Doesn't matter. She picked it up.
He was right.
He was right indeed.
You got Brian Hill up there off the bench doing a little healthy coaching for the girls here.
Two teams that know each other, like we said, very well. They just played a jamboree, a 10-minute game against each other the other night, a game that was won by Glacier Peak 17-10. 3-ball, count it! Soderstrom with the bucket. Snohomish with the 3-point lead. These teams trained together during the offseason. They both finished in 4th place at state last year, about 10 minutes apart. And then they took a picture together after the game. They made it a point to gather up both teams. Shot, baseline, missed. Offensive board, Sandy goes right back up. Can't get it to go.
Yep.
Here comes Ella Gallatin. She's going to take it down coast to coast, pulls up.
Good decision, pull up there.
Kicks it out to Big Sis.
Yeah, we got a couple of sister players on this team here tonight, Steve.
Yeah, the Rogers also out there. Cheyenne, who's going to be number 3, and younger sister Sarah, only a freshman, number 20. Beckman at 3-ball, misses it. Malia Smith once again with a rebound. One-handed push pass up the floor to Collins. Gets tripped up, kicks it out to Rubino. Looking out for the open 3. Sandy off the mark. Rebound coming down to Soderstrom.
GP a little off the mark on the 3-balls tonight, but I think they might loosen that up.
And Snohomish very content slowing things down a bit. I'm not sure if they're content slowing it down, if that's just... Oh, the bank is open! That was right. Ella Gallatin with the 3-ball there. Snohomish out to a 6-point lead, 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. GP scoring in the opening minute, and they have not been able to get anything since. Another turnover. Snohomish hustling down the floor. Ella elevates, misses the shot. GP coming down with the board. That's Sandy one more time. Gets it to Smith, the point guard, pushing it down the floor. Rubino picked up those feet. All-league player. And we're going to get our first substitutions of the night here right now is Avery Alba checking into the game for Snohomish. She is a 5'5" senior guard.
I'm going to get a timeout here. We're going to stay here.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. A little bit of a surprise here. Again, GP really coming in a strong favorite. We mentioned they were 4th in the state last year, and they only had 2 seniors on their entire squad. They graduated Haley Grambo, played a big role on that team last year. Also graduated Sydney Guffey, but most of these players, 3 of them were starters the entire season, and a handful of others had key roles on that team. This is a battle-tested squad that had aspirations of maybe even having a chance to win a state title last year, right up until running into a very tough Lewis and Clark team, whom they had beaten earlier in the season. So really a Glacier Peak team that almost won a state title last year with mostly freshmen and sophomores.
Well, I think opening game jitters here. They're kind of fired up a little bit. Maybe the adrenaline's running a little high on them. They're pushing a little hard and firing a little hard on the shot, so they'll settle down here a little bit, I think. And
certainly there's something to be said for that, too. Snohomish already playing their 3rd game of the year. Glacier Peak, this is their opener tonight. One Gallatin to another. Ella, 3-ball. Back iron, misses it. Collins coming down with the rebound. She looks to push it up the floor. Erling kicking it into the middle there. 3 ball up and off the mark. That's number 22, Kalyn Allison. She came in at the timeout, as did number 33, her first shot of the night. That's Elsie Waldle. She also misses. Still
cold on that shot.
Going into our 5th minute of zeros for GP, as they just cannot find a basket right now.
Very low scoring first quarter here with a minute 30 left to go or so.
Soderstrom out to Ella. Ella for 3. Not afraid to shoot that ball. Again, she had 21 the other night. There's a steal. Soderstrom getting her hands on it, knocking it over into the awaiting hands of her teammate, Alba.
Turnover not the helper here for the Grizzlies tonight. That's the 5th one I've got on them so far.
Yeah, turnovers and missed shots, and right now they are trailing by 6. Gallatin swings it on out. Cheyenne Rogers a moment ago. Collins with the steal. Up and underneath, lays it up and in. Olivia Collins, all 4 points for GP tonight, and there breaks the streak, the drought, if you will. And then we get a travel down here.
Wow.
Ella Gallatin all by herself. Shuffled the feet. Pat Kaminsky, the referee, right there in front of her says, got to call that Glacier Peak basketball.
Inbounds play, see if they can work this one. There's the swing. Nobody's open, got to drop it out.
Nice job there. Waldo kicking it out into the corner.
There's the 3 ball.
Down it. They're going to say that's a long 2. That's
a long 2?
It's Grace Cadini's, her first basket of the night. All of a sudden, we've got a 2-point game again. 33 seconds to go in the quarter. Collins getting her hands on it. Knocks it out of bounds. They'll keep it right here. Snohomish ball with 17 on the shot clock.
It's a pretty fast-paced game here. They're kind of running and gunning.
Running and gunning, but not scoring a lot.
That's true. Very low scoring here.
Godini's a minute ago, one of the seniors on the squad for GP with that last bucket. 12-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. We're down to 3 on the shot clock. Ella getting the look she wanted, left it just a bit short. Here comes GP, 8 seconds to go. Underneath,
nice
Erling,
move.
a nice move. Waldo with the assist, Erling with the bucket. We've got a 2-point game, 1 second to go. Oh, almost. And there you have it, a first quarter with plenty of action, not a lot of scoring. And we've got a tie game, 8-8 score. As we head to the second, we'll take a quick break. You are listening to STSPN.com.
Fred's Rivertown Ale House was established in July of 1994 and is located at 1114 First Street in historic downtown Snohomish. Each time you visit the ale house, you may expect to find new beers and new food choices. Fred's Rivertown Ale House is well known throughout the beer community. Oftentimes, we are the first choice for breweries to introduce new beers, limited or specialty beers, and beers you just won't find anyplace else. At Fred's, we like to say that once we get you through the front door, our friendly service, relaxed family atmosphere, and our quality food and beverages will keep you coming back.
As a leading builder of new homes and commercial properties in Western Washington, Gamut 360 Holdings has built a reputation for honest communication, exceptional customer service, and superior craftsmanship since 2003. Our 360-degree construction approach guarantees each project is designed and built with you in mind, matching first-class materials with the highest of construction standards. From the planning stages to the final walkthroughs, Gamut 360 delivers trusted, sustainable investments that exceed owner expectations and transform Northwest neighborhoods. Gamut 360. Design, create, inspire.
And welcome back to the Keith Gilbertson Senior Sports and Fitness Center here on the campus of Snohomish High School. Great first quarter of action, a lot of excitement. Glacier Peak scoring the first 2 points of the quarter, as well as the final 6. Snohomish scoring all 8 in between, and we have a tie game. And we have our first steal of the second quarter, as well as our first block. Nice job by Cheyenne Rogers to come up with the steal. And then on the other end, Maya Erling says, I'm not going to give you the easy bucket. Swats it out of bounds, Snohomish basketball.
8 points for each team in this first period here tonight. Kind of a slow-scoring game, but kind of what Snohomish did the first outing. They had 7 points in their first quarter of the first outing, so they're trying it out.
From one Gatling to another, Kinsley giving off to younger sister Ella. Ella misses the shot. Going to say it was last touched by GP. We'll keep it right here and reset the 30-second shot clock.
Inbounds play down south low, didn't work outside.
Once again, the Gallatin to Gallatin game going there. They finally get Sarah Rogers involved, the freshman, getting her first action of the night. One of 4 freshmen on the Snohomish team.
Boy, Beckman worked hard to get that one.
Nice job, Beckman, with the easy bucket there. Snohomish back out in front. That breaks a GP 6-0 run.
Some good physical move by Beckman under the basket down there, and they're going to have to get on her pretty hard.
Kinsley.
She's going to find her spot down there in that red paint.
Kinsley Gallatin swatting that ball out of bounds. 20 seconds to go here on the shot clock. Olivia Collins misses the shot.
Oh,
there
nice.
we go. Nice follow-up. Maya Erling getting the bucket. She now has 4 on the night. And for the third time, we are tied. 10-10, 6:49 to go here in the second quarter.
Nice assist by Collins as well. Look at that, all the way in by herself.
The sophomore getting it done. Give her 7 points on the night. Ella Gallatin.
That's a
little
travel.
Shuffle of the feet there. No basket.
7 turnovers for the Grizzlies so far tonight. That's not a good thing to happen this early in the game.
Elise Waldall shuffling those feet before she elevated, and as the Snohomish fans are letting her know with the "you can't do that" chant. No, you cannot.
Yeah.
Ella Gallatin kicking it out into the corner. Rogers. Kinsley Gallatin looking for a bucket. Can't find anything. Rebound coming down to Collins. Coast to coast. Into the lane. Up and in. Aaliyah, 6 points on the evening. Guess what? Another tie. 12-12. Our 4th tie already. We knew this was going to be an evenly matched game. They always are. These two teams, as Ella Gallatin gets down low, 4 points on the quarter for her, 9 on the night. The sophomore really finding her rhythm. Like I said, 21 the other night. They need a scorer, too. She's going to have to be the one to come up big here this year, and she's ready to take that role, it looks like. These two teams have played each other 7 times in the school's history. GP winning 6 of the 7.
This one doesn't look too good right now. Look
There
at
you
that.
go.
Wide open underneath.
Big sis to little sis.
Need a timeout here for Glacier Peak.
Kinsley Gallatin finding Ella Gallatin. We've got a timeout. It's going to be another 30-second timeout.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200+ national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
And we're back once again at the home team, the Snohomish Panthers, in what some might perceive as a bit of an upset tonight so far. A 4-point lead on GP here in the first half. Steve Willits along with Ron the Wedge Henthorn, the 5-tool player Todd Elvick on the production tonight. GP into the lane. Sandy, did she travel? She sure did.
Wow. GP is just not kind of settled down yet.
And this is a Snohomish team that struggled against Ferndale, losing by 9 points. Got a victory over Cedar Crest, but really struggled offensively in that game. Only had 42. Kind of wondered what they would be able to do against a juggernaut of a Glacier Peak opponent. There's a 3-ball, misses.
They scored 42 against Cedar Crest, but only 41 in their Ferndale in their loss to that game. So that's their limit right now, 42.
And even when you go back and look at some of their games last year in the state tournament, they were, a 38-point performance, I think, in their win in that 4th place game. They had a few other low-scoring games. This is kind of their MO. Ken Roberts likes to play defense. He's not afraid to play a game in the lowest double digits, if you will.
Well, it is low scoring, but I think shot-wise percentage, if we had our stats on that, it's not a very high percentage either. So It's not that they're not getting the shots off, they're just not dropping.
Snohomish over on that left wing. Kinsley gets it over to Soderstrom, back to her. Ella looking for Beckman. Beckman getting stepped in front of there. That was a nice defensive play by Tuma, number 30, getting her action of the night. First action. There's a bucket for Rubino. First time that she's gotten on the board this evening. 16-14 Snohomish lead. 4:07 to go here in the half.
Rubino's a big scorer for the Grizzlies, and I expect her to pick that up a little longer more as she goes along here.
Looking down low for Beckman. Over the top. Lays it up and in. Kaylin Beckman, a lot of varsity experience over the last couple years for her. Once upon a time playing here with her sister Kyra, now at Brigham Young University. Olivia Collins into the lane, underneath a couple of Panther players, doesn't get the basket to fall, but draws contact. She'll step to the line for her first 2 free throws of the night.
First free throws for Glacier Peak tonight.
Overall, you're right. There have only been 2 free throws the entire game, and that was Ella Gallatin in the first quarter. She connected on both, and Collins even a little surprised at that one as she looks back. Barely drew iron, almost threw an air ball.
She got a big smile on her face like, what'd I do, coach?
That one just slipped right out of her hands.
Yeah. I want to predict this one's going in. She's a good shooter. Yeah.
There you go. Ron Henthorne playing the role of Nostradamus there. Nicely done.
I had a 50-50 shot at it.
I think he had more than a 50. She's a pretty good ball player.
Yeah, a little better than that.
See if Snohomish can do here with a 3-point lead.
And we're going to get Sandy for a little foul again. That'll be her second.
Yeah, only the 3rd team foul against GP. Snohomish with only 1 foul thus far. Relatively clean in that regard. Ella kicking it out.
There's a Snohomish turnover. Oh, it turned back. Back and back.
Grace Van Asche, number 14, getting her first action of the night now on the floor for Snohomish. Kinsley, left side. Van Ashley gets it back up on top to Ella Gallatin, over to Sister Kinsley. Down to 5 on the shot clock again. Looking to drive. 3rd time tonight we've seen a shot clock violation on the Panthers. Eventually that catches up to you. At least Glacier Peak not getting the ball to fall into the hoop, but at least they're getting their shots up. Snohomish just really struggling on the offensive side of things, especially in that half-court offense.
They're not sure they see that shot clock. There's a layup going. Oh.
Collins misses the shot. Going up and getting the rebound is Rubino. Doesn't waste very much time. Turns around, fires it up, misses. Right there for the putback. Erling, she also misses. Glacier Peak getting plenty of looks, just not able to cash in. And finally, Malia Smith throws it out to Sandy. Rims around, pops out.
Look out. There we go. Going to be the held ball again.
And the possession arrow pointing in the direction of Snohomish.
We can't say they didn't get their chances to shoot the basket under that one.
Looking over at Ken Roberts, says, you know what, let's slow it down a little bit. Let's set ourselves up. Spreading things out a bit. Gallatin just right inside the 3-point line. Count it!
2.
That foot was just about 4 inches back further. She'd have a 3 instead. She's got a long 2, 8 for the quarter, 13 for the game. 20-15 score. Snohomish out to a 5-point lead. Sandy with another 3 ball. Misses again. And we're going to get an offensive foul called against GP. Panther basketball.
Going to be on
Rubino for second. 2 on Rubino, 2 on Sandy. So we get a substitution as it looks like Kayla Soderstrom, number 10, checking back in for the Panthers. 5-point lead here with just under 1:40 to go in the first half. The home team, the Panthers, a little bit of a stunner right now as Glacier Peak, ranked number 1 in the state, trailing by 5 in their season opener. Once again, we're down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ella Gallatin Looks to go left side, puts it up from 10 feet out. A floater, drops it in. She is on fire right now. 15 first half points. Back on the other end, GP looking for something. Toma misses it.
Look out, another turnover.
Pass is picked off. Ella Gallatin slows it down. She gets double teamed, finds Sister Kinsley. Down to 45 seconds to go here in the first half. You know what, Ron? When you've got somebody that's the hot hand, you get them the ball, right? Let's see if they try to get it back over to number 13.
I would.
5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Shot is blocked. Didn't hit the rim. We're down to 3, 2, 1. Gallatin didn't see the shot clock. She tries to pass it down low. Another shot clock violation. They're fourth in the first half as the shot clock is now turned off.
And a 7-point differential here going into this half.
Deficit right now for the road team wearing the dark blue. Let's see what they can do here. Malia Smith, open three, drains it. Her first bucket of the night. There's a 4-point game. We're down to 12 seconds to go in the half. Gallatin looking to go one-on-one with Collins. Spin move, goes into the lane, draws contact, and she'll go to the line. Doing a little bit of everything tonight.
She's working on a player of the game shirt.
Tell you what, when you can go one-on-one with Olivia Collins like that and put a spin move on her, that's saying something. Collins asked Brian Hill one time if she's one of the faster players he's ever coached.
Yep.
He said she's the fastest player I've ever seen.
She's a good soccer player, too. I watched her on the soccer field.
Soccer, track, she's
she's
multi-sport athlete.
She's all over the place.
For Gallatin to go one-on-one with her just now, they're driving into the lane, then gets double and triple teamed and still draws contact. 4.5 seconds to go. Misses the second. Rubino with the ball. Erling fires it down to the floor. We're down to 1 second.
Didn't get it off.
No shot. It did not get off in time, and we have come to the end of a very exciting first half of action. Low scoring, but certainly we are not at a loss for excitement here. A 23-18 game. We knew it was going to be hard fought, and so far it has not disappointed. We're going to take a break right now. You are listening to STSPN.com.
Wow.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's. As a leading builder of new homes and commercial properties in Western Washington, Gamut 360 Holdings has built a reputation for honest communication, exceptional customer service, and superior craftsmanship since 2003. Our 360-degree construction approach guarantees each project is designed and built with you in mind, matching first-class materials with the highest of construction standards. From the planning stages to the final walkthroughs, Gamut 360 delivers trusted, sustainable investments that exceed owner expectations and transform Northwest neighborhoods. Gamut 360. Design, create, inspire.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
seat underneath. Hey, sir, you have an extra napkin by any chance? Wait. Never mind.
I was, same thing happened to me the other night. I had gone out to get a cable out of the truck, put the phone on the floor of my truck, went back in and couldn't find it. I was freaked out.
I'm just surprised that makes me a better adult because it means I actually moved like an hour without even trying to look for my phone.
Here you go. Let me come back on here. Ready?
Dun-dun-dun. The Snohomish High School student body over there holding up the ESPN sign, having a little fun with it. They've got their own announcers over there, wearing the ties, wearing the suits.
But wearing the shorts.
And we're not supposed to show behind the curtain there, Ron. That's pretty impressive right there. They went all out. Speaks more than what we're doing here. I got jeans and a hat on. So,
yeah.
But the Snohomish fans having a good time over there. I see Tyler Larson in the front row.
Nice that they can enjoy being out of this ball game tonight.
There we go.
And a good ball game it is. 23-18 here with Snohomish.
And do you have some scoring totals for us there too? Scoring totals?
Well, I can do that quickly. Yeah, we got Olivia Collins with 7 points, and Malaya Smith with 3 ball for Malaya. Madison Rubino with only 2 tonight, which is not up to her speed. Grace Guttings with 2, and Maya Erling with 4 for the night. So Grizzlies putting up only 18 points in that first half. But the big scorer here, I didn't actually add up Ella Gallatin, so I got to do that.
15.
15 for her, yeah. There you go. Big score tonight, 15 for her. Making those layups work too hard.
There we go. And we're trying to text the guys over there right now. Hopefully we can get that sign here in a minute. And Ella Gallatin just having herself one heck of a half. 15 points, only a sophomore, not playing like one. And by the way, we should say hello to the Kyle family. Got a text earlier from Tate Kyle over in Monroe. He's watching the game tonight. Very proud of his 2 nieces.
He should be.
Kinsley and Ella Gallatin. As, of course, Tate's son Colby had himself a very nice career for Monroe, the Bearcats, playing on the boys team, and he's now over at Princeton. He's a Tiger playing ball there. Here we go, second half underway. Sandy still cannot find the mark. Ball
right
bounces
out of the
around.
Gate. That's not looking good for Sandy either.
She definitely needs to get going there. We'll see if she can get something.
Yep.
And the Snohomish fan base yelling, take that shot. They like it. 5-point lead. Who knew? We'll see what happens here. We know Brian Hill had something to say at half, I'm sure.
Well, they're on the full court press. I can see that right out of the gate. So they're not going to give Snohomish any chance to get the ball down the court here.
And they came out of the game early in this press and then kind of went away from it a little bit. We'll see if they continue it here as Smith and Erling putting on a little pressure. Kinsley Gallatin with the ball right now. Waiting for Ella to come back out up on top to get it. I mentioned it earlier, Snohomish Glacier Peak 6-1 all-time in this series. The only victory for Snohomish was 2 years ago. That was on December 19th, 2017.
By 1 point, wasn't it?
42-41 victory. That was a game in which Kyra Beckman, who has now graduated and moved on, got a nice pass from Lexi Senegal, won the game with 1 second to go.
That was an amazing game. We were there.
It was a great game indeed. I think they were honoring Coach Roberts' dad at halftime or during the game that night. It was a coaches versus cancer event of some sort. Huge night, great game, a huge crowd, and a 1-point game. Maybe we'll have perhaps something similar coming down the wire here soon, so stay tuned. Is still looking for our first points of the second half.
Very strong, tight defense here by Glacier Peak Grizzlies. They're pressing all the way down and double teaming on the corners over there.
We'll see if they can earn their reputation.
Indeed, as both Gallatins on the floor right now, as is Kaylin Beckman. Cheyenne Rogers, number 3, also out there on the floor, as is number 10, Kayla Soderstrom, down to 8 on the shot clock. And Collins, I think, just bailed her out. As Snohomish, if you're just tuning in, 4 different times in the first half they had shot clock violations and were in jeopardy of a second one there. Collins with her second foul. Something that Glacier Peak is certainly going to have to be aware of here as we go later in the game, and that might affect the way they play defense too, as a number of their players now with 2 fouls.
They got a pretty deep bench, but they need some scorers is what they need out there. Right now, Collins is their big scorer. Don't want to let her out of the game.
Ella driving to the right, looking down low. Nice bounce pass to Beckman, loses the handle. Coming over the top and getting a foul is Sandy. That's the last thing she needed.
That's her 4th, I think. She's going to take a break here.
Shaylin Sandy, who is definitely one of the spark plugs of this Grizzly team. 4 fouls, and we still have over 14 minutes to go here in the game. We'll have to see if Coach Hill wants to get her out of there sooner rather than later. Beckman down low. Malia Smith coming over to help. Gets there a little too late.
Malia Smith gets her first foul.
Malia is going to send Kaylin to the line for 2.
Kept the ball out of the hoop, though, for momentarily.
Kaylin, nice form. Perfect delivery. She now has 5 on the night.
Glacier Peak seems like they're playing a little disjointed right now.
Disjointed. They can't find the basket. They're just a little bit out of sync all around. Again, first game jitters perhaps, but give Snohomish a lot of credit. They've come to play tonight. 6-point lead right now for Snohomish. Smith looking for a cutting Rubino off of her fingertips, out of bounds. Snohomish basketball.
You know, we saw this on Friday or Saturday with Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson looked.
You're talking about the boys against Skyview?
That's right. They looked almost exactly like GP looks now. Not bad, just first game.
Well, they've got 14 minutes to go, and they're trailing by 6. Let's see what they can do here as the Gallatin sisters getting it over the half-court line. Ella with the possession. We're already down to 8 on the shot clock again. Looking for an isolation play, down to 4. Turns, shoots, gets bailed out, off balance. I don't think that shot even had a chance. Rubino reaching in and draws contact, and that will send her to the line for 2.
That's 3 on Rubino, if that's right.
Rubino with 3, Sandy with 4, Collins with 2.
Wow.
Gallatin missing the front end. She's 3 for 5 at the line tonight. She had 16 points in the first
didn't
half.
count.
It didn't count?
Lane violation.
Lane violation, so still looking for her first points of the second half. She had 11 points in that second quarter. 5 field goals and 1 free throw. There's Olivia Collins swinging it out to Smith, getting her open for the 3. Drains it. Cannot let Malia Smith get too open. She can certainly shoot, and she can get streaky too. That's 2 threes on the game for her. 6 points on the night. We've got a 3-point game all of a sudden.
That should have been a turnover.
Gallatin. Malia Smith with a pick. Gets knocked away. Kinsley Gallatin right there to recover it. Here comes Snohomish. They've got numbers. Soderstrom slows it down a bit. Gets it over to Ella. Ella for 16 feet. Shot is blocked. Toma with the block. Here comes GP with a chance to get this within 1. Erling floats it up, misses over the top of the basket. Waldo right there. No, Toma right there for the bucket. Toma with the bucket. 1-point game, 4:54 to go, third quarter. Half-court press. There might be a steal. Double team. Erling.
Held ball in there somewhere pretty quick. There it is. Arrow's going to Snohomish again, I think.
Erling and
it would be
Kinsley Gallatin on the floor there. They're going to give that ball. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout. So Glacier Peak coming to life here all of a sudden. 5 straight points.
Well,
again, their biggest wild card for them throughout the next 13 minutes is going to be that foul situation.
Well, I think you're seeing that press come into effect there. It's kind of rattling the Snohomish Panthers here. Having a little trouble getting the ball down court. So they take their little timeout here if they can settle them down a little bit.
GP coming back out onto the floor. Erling, Toma, Collins, number 20. Godinez is also out there on the floor, as is Malia Smith, number 10. Rogers with the basketball. I should say Cheyenne Rogers, the older of the two. Younger sister Sarah also on the squad.
Fighting the shot clock again, down to another, going to lose it.
There we go, down to zeros.
So that full court press is doing it for them. They're not realizing how much time they got left when they get back down across the center court there. So
that's 5 shot clock violations against Snohomish tonight. So we're just about midway through the third quarter here. Olivia Collins looking to give them a lead. It'll be the first time since the score was 2-0. Swinging the ball around, early and open look 3. A little bit of a knuckleballer. Gets inside the cylinder, bounces out. Malia Smith with the steal after Snohomish initially grabbing the rebound. Erling right into the lane. Loses the ball, goes back up, puts it up and in! Maya Erling, 6 points on the night. GP back out in front as they continue their 7-0 run, and there's the problem with the press right there. Olivia Collins picking up her 3rd foul. 6th team foul already against GP here, and we're only halfway through the third quarter.
Well, they're going to play tough all the way out. See if Collins can stay in there.
Malia Smith with 1 foul right now, guarding the ball. Playing off a little bit. She goes for the steal, ties up Rogers.
Yeah.
We're going to get a held ball, possession arrow to the
GP this time.
Grizzlies, yes.
Well, that press trade off on that one for a turnover there.
I don't think you could trade off all those fouls they're getting, though. That's going to hurt them
The fouls are going to be a challenge later. It's going to, like I said, not only change the personnel in the game, but it might change the way they play defense. Colin down low. Nice move up and underneath. It's like a WNBA move there for a moment.
Big jump shot shoot and got pushed down, so she'll go to the line there.
A little bit of a Euro step up underneath, try to get it in there and drew contact. She will have 2 shots coming. Ella Gallatin getting called for the foul, her first. Collins up and in. 8 points on the night for Aaliyah. Somebody being serenaded with a happy birthday song right now. Is it Utah, Delvik?
No.
Not your birthday, okay. Ron Henthorne, I know it's not your birthday tonight.
Not my birthday.
Mine was 9 days ago, but they're a little late for that one, so I'm going to say no for me either. But hey, you got a gym with 1,000 people in it. It's bound to be a few people's birthday, right? Kaylin Beckman with the ball. Nice job by Kinsley. Driving into the lane, gets double teamed. Ball gets knocked away. Toma with a chance to save it before it went out of bounds, but couldn't quite come up with it. Snohomish basketball with 19 on the shot clock.
Just saw the effect of Collins having those 3 fouls on her on that first inbounds ball there. Gallatin just went by her like a tank.
Oh, and we're going to get a traveling violation.
This.
Ella seeing that defender fly by her, tried to put a little juke on and shuffled the feet just a little too quickly. Glacier Peak already on a 9-0 run, looking to expand upon that right now. Olivia Collins looking underneath, ball gets knocked away.
It's going to stay here.
Kinsley Gallatin looked like she was going to try to go for the save and then got tripped up just a little bit, so it's going to stay with GP. 15 on the shot clock. 3 minutes even to go, third quarter. Erling going from right to left, underhand layup, left it just a bit short. Hits part of the iron. Ella getting the rebound, 3-on-2, pulls up from 12 feet out. Still looking for her first points of the second half. Snohomish with only 1 point since the break. Malia Smith kicks it over, 14-footer, count it! Grace Godinez with 4 points on the night. GP now on an 11-0 run. And it could get worse. There's Malia Smith. Steele kicks it ahead. Nice pass. Collins gets fouled. Nice job by Maya Erling. Looking for an assist. Sets up number 1 very nicely, and she'll head back to the line.
Kinsley Gallatin just kind of bumped her out of bounds there. You're not going to shoot on me, she says. And
that's a good foul for Kinsley, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to say it was a non-shooting foul, so
yeah,
there we go.
She bumped
really
her
good
before
foul.
she got the shot off.
They had fouls to give.
Oh, I thought for sure she was going to hit.
Malia's shot blocked.
Look
right into
that.
the hands of Collins, up and in.
I thought for sure there was going to be a 5-second violation on that inbounds.
And we've got ourselves a timeout. Glacier Peak on a run right now. 7-point lead. They've scored the last 13 points. We'll take a break. You're watching STSPN.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialist.
There we go. There's that ESPN sign over there. The Snohomish fan base, loud and proud and having a great time tonight, holding up the sign. They're going to take our jobs here eventually, Ron Henthorne. What do you think?
They can have it.
There's big Tyler Larson right there in the middle. Great football season for him. Number 22 out there on the field. Also, competitive skier and a great one at that. He's one of the better skiers on the West Coast.
Oh, is that right?
For his age
really?
group, yes.
They're having fun over there tonight. So
He's a senior?
He is a senior, yeah. Races all throughout the country, really, for skiing.
I was going to say, boy, snowboarding and skiing is one of those things that football coaches don't like.
I don't think in this case the football coach had a choice when he's that competitive and that good. But then again, it's football first, skiing second. So
yeah.
if it were the other way around, then perhaps Coach Hammer would have a different thought on the matter. But Gallatin getting it.
Oh, Glacier Peak strategy is paying off again here.
Godinez with the defense there, forcing Kinsley into a travel. And
I think that was pretty close to a foul, too.
Well,
13-1. Glacier Peak outscoring Snohomish here in the third quarter. And looking for more right now. Collins pulls up. Smith, three. Hits the front end, or it hits the back end of the iron there. Bounces out. Soderstrom grabbing the rebound. Ella Gallatin, who was so hot in the first half.
Well, they're going to get a pushing foul over there on Gallatin.
Cheyenne Rogers, that should put her at the line, as that will be the 7th foul on GP. They're in the bonus for the rest of the game.
I'm not sure that's going to bother them at this point. Their press is working good for them.
Erling with her first foul. Yeah, but if you're getting free shots for the next 9 minutes and 42 seconds, that's not a bad thing either.
No.
Nope.
The sophomore draining the first one. Her first points of the night.
I don't think that even hit the rim.
She's third on the team in scoring coming into the game.
It's only the second point of the game, of the second half here.
She had 8 points against Ferndale, 6 points against Cedar Crest. Second one up. Misses it. 1 for 2 there. 6-point game.
Minute 30 left, and Panthers have only scored 2 points in this quarter.
But how many fouls did they get off?
Finally broke the 13-0 run, by the way, with that free throw. 3-ball front iron short. Missed it. That was number 30, Toma. Nice hustle there by both teams. Toma coming away with it. Bounced it off of her foot. Now they're going to say Snohomish touched it last.
Yeah.
1:19 to go, third quarter.
I didn't see that, actually, but
didn't see a lot of arguing from Coach Roberts, so maybe
I thought Collins traveled on that one.
Goes up in through the traffic there. Beckman grabs it, then travels.
Beck
looked ahead. She had Soderstrom up ahead and just tried to pick it up a little too quick. Shuffled the feet, turnover.
Panthers are trying to catch up on the turnover score card here.
Glacier Peak slowing things down a bit. 6-point lead. Down low. Toma getting the ball taken away. Gallatin up ahead. Rogers missed the layup. Right there's Kinsley Gallatin up and in. Kinsley with her first points of the night. Makes it a 4-point game. Collins, Smith, corner three. Hits it! Malia, 9 points on the night, all coming from behind the arc. 7-point Glacier Peak lead, their largest of the night. Godin is going to pick up what appears to be her first foul. 8th team foul against GP. Kinsley Gallatin at the line, shooting 1-1.
How many fouls did you say? 8, right?
8 team fouls.
18.
8 team.
Oh, I was going to say 18.
That would almost be a record, I would think, for a quarter, right? Gallatin missed the front end of the 1-1. Big shot there, 7-point lead. 3-second differential right now between the shot clock and the game clock. Coach Hill realizes that. Olivia Collins realizes it. No 10-second violation.
Oh, over the
No backcourt violation.
No backcourt violation in the girls' game. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Smith dribbles into the corner.
She got no help.
Olivia Collins, guess who? Missed the shot. And we get a whistle finally. That should be a shot clock violation. Got the backboard but did not get the rim.
Yep, it was.
And finally, the referees recognizing that. Our referees tonight again, Kevin Erickson, Chad Smith, and Pat Kaminsky. Great job by these guys.
What are they trying to figure out?
I think initially they were not going to call that a shot clock violation. It got backboard but didn't get the rim, so they need to set the clock back.
Probably set it back to another second.
Right now showing 1.4.
Going to hold the start to the clock for a little bit. Nope, they ran it.
Dangerous play by Collins. No call there, and we've come to the end of the quarter, a quarter that was dominated by GP. 16 points for the Grizzlies, and they hold Snohomish to only 4. We've got 8 more minutes to play. We're going to take a break. You are watching Glacier Peak and Snohomish right here on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
And welcome back to Snohomish High School. We head to the fourth quarter of play. Glacier Peak, after a 16-4 third quarter of action, taking a 7-point lead into the final period. Steve Willits, along with Ron Henthorn, Todd Elvick, Sarah Elvick, and the rest of the folks in the truck tonight, do want to give a nice little shout out to the folks here at Snohomish High School for helping us to make this happen tonight. Athletic Director Mark Perry, always great to work with, always very hospitable, always cordial, helping us get everything in place so we can do this game for you this evening. Nice job. Layup by Rogers Cheyenne with her first field goal of the game. She now has 3, 34-29 score. And it is a pleasure to be here in this gym with this fan base. The band is playing. Both teams bringing out their best in the audience tonight. We're having a lot of fun, and we do want to pass along our thank you to Mark Perry as well as Kevin Jutkins over at Glacier Peak, both doing an outstanding job, and always a pleasure to work with both of them, Todd Elvick.
And boy, I tell you what, the crowd here is full. I mean, we've got a really good crowd for.
I got here 40 minutes before tip-off. It was hard to find parking out there tonight. A little bit more challenging than it normally is. Felt like a football game. Speaking of football, there's Joey Hammer, the head football coach for Snohomish, in the doorway over there, off to our left. A little reach in there, and they're finally going to get Soderstrom for the foul there.
They definitely are.
I'll tell you what was fun. If you go back and look at film on the Everett Cascade game, at halftime for the boys'
the
game.
Bruegel Fest.
The Bruegel Fest?
Bruegel Fest.
Yeah.
You know, Bruins and Seagulls, they take part of the brew and they take part of the
At halftime, they had the mascots come out and doing some rap kind of dances. It's fun.
Good times when you get rivalries. We got another one going here. Maya Erling with the bucket. She now has 8 points on the night, 2 in each quarter so far.
Taking
Spreading
charge.
her, distributing the wealth there for herself. Soderstrom getting called with a foul, her first. And Maya with a chance to give her team an 8-point lead, and does. Maya, one of the players who had an outstanding showing down in the Tacoma Dome last year. Really a fun team to watch once they got there. Both of these teams, really.
She's an amazing soccer player, too.
She is an amazing soccer. Plays softball, I think. Does a little bit of everything. We're going to get a full timeout. Should we keep it here?
We will keep it here because talking about Aaliyah is a full-time job anyway.
Well, I was talking about Maya, but Aaliyah also, that works.
Well,
okay, so now you caught me up on something I didn't know. Maya plays soccer, too?
Soccer was Aaliyah, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's on second, I don't know, is on third.
Yeah.
You never know where we're going with these conversations.
It's good to have you out.
Hey, it's good to have. Good to be here. Thanks for having me. It's always a lot of fun to work with you guys, especially for a game like this. These are two teams we've gotten to see and know very well over the last few years, especially, again, spending a lot of time in March at the Tacoma Dome with them. At Glacier Peak, one of the more exciting games I think I saw all season was that double overtime game against Chiawana with the Grambo layup, I think, at the buzzer, Olivia Collins with a chance to win it, and then catching fire in that overtime. And
Yeah, you were working with radio that day, right?
we were doing some radio stuff that day, and
Yep.
yeah, it was just, and then Snohomish. I mean, even just to see
Yep.
Maya Duchesne hit that three-pointer against West Seattle in the fourth place game to clinch that one with 1 second to go. Two teams very well run. Obviously, two coaches they're very respected in the basketball community. Great teachers, great coaches, great people.
Yeah,
Obviously, good friends with one another.
Lafferty was using the term AD for Snohomish because that's after Duchesne.
After Duchesne, yeah, they've had a few of those over the years. Of course, they had Courtney Perry on that team last year too. Kyra Beckman, who lost her senior year to the injury. So many great players. Maddie Smith, who was just in town recently. Olivia Collins, the steal. Draws contact.
Yeah.
Ella Gatlin getting back there, but just a little too late. Gallatin.
I'm actually surprised she didn't make the layup as well as get fouled.
Well, that's
It's good defense
She
by
had-
Gallatin, though. I mean,
right,
again,
Gallatin had
it's
to
going to
do
be a
it.
layup otherwise.
she
so
had to do it.
Second foul on Ella. Make Aaliyah earn these baskets. Again, she's got fouls to give. She's only got two. First one's up and in.
She missed that very first layup or first free throw in the early going here. Now she's got that nailed in pretty good, I think.
Avery
Yeah,
Albaugh,
don't jinx her.
the 5'5" senior, number 12, checking back in for Snohomish as Collins hits the second one as well.
GP's full court press is paying off big time here for them.
First double-digit lead of the night for GP. Malia Smith, Aaliyah Collins, that's a formidable group right there. They now had four in the backcourt there. Finally breaking it, Alba getting it ahead. Finds
Almost lost it there.
Kinsley, three ball,
Oh!
Hits it!
Kayla Soderstrom with her second tray of the night. Makes it a 7-point game. Snohomish not going away quite yet. Malia looking down low. Rubino yet to get going really tonight. Tries to pass it into Sandy. Sandy, who had that long break after picking up that fourth foul early third quarter back into the game.
Yeah, Sandy will probably stay in there until she falls out now. Yes, she
At
does.
this point, why not, right? And
Yeah.
since she's certainly somebody they want to get in there, and we've got a full timeout again, we should look ahead here as both of these teams this weekend heading down to the Vancouver area together, as we mentioned already. Two coaches, both very good friends with one another. Brian Hill working on Ken Roberts' staff once upon a time.
Yeah.
They still talk. They still talk quite a bit.
He was thinking, who's that's got the ball?
Kevin Erickson.
Yeah, he
the
was
referee.
thinking about doing a layup, and then he pulled it down. He's like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Psych.
Yeah.
Well, these,
Yeah, so
these
both
two
of the-
teams going down to Camas.
Both of these teams are, well, they're going to go to play Union and Prairie. There's connections down there, obviously, to Snohomish County. As Union is the athletic director as well as the football coach, Rory Rosenbaugh,
Yep.
an alum of Snohomish, also was the longtime football coach here at GP. And then Jason Castro, also a Snohomish alum, is the athletic director down at Prairie. And Rosenbaugh and Castro are very good friends with one another. So when you have two teams in the same vicinity down there, affiliated with the two guys up here, why not do a crossover? Last year, both of their two teams from the south end coming up here and playing a doubleheader and back-to-back nights. This year,
Yep.
GP and Snohomish returning the favor.
Those will be some
these
fun
two
games
teams here,
down
they're
there.
gonna take a bus ride down together. They're gonna stay in the same hotel. Again, a lot of these girls train together during the off season. It's really a friendly rivalry when you get right down to it. And they play in different conferences, so there's not a lot to worry about there. This is always a game for bragging rights, certainly, as shot gets blocked away. GP coming up with it. 7 to go on the shot clock. Erling tries to save it. Nice job by Rogers. We've got 1 second
Erling,
left
yeah.
on the shot clock. They never changed possession, so GP's going to have to catch this ball and fire it up. So that should be fun.
I'm not sure they know that, do they? Oh, they're trying to tell them they got 1 second. They're not going to even do it. Oh, there it goes.
Erling with a shot. Almost
hit
got
the
it.
rim.
Oh, that was a good.
And then it bounces off Sandy's leg.
Sandy could have picked that up and played it.
Brian Hill letting her know, hey, you could have grabbed that. Hey, I don't blame her. I don't think I was expecting that either.
Yeah.
Maya Erling, man, she almost put that in from 60 feet out. But so looking ahead here, so it looks like on Friday night they're going to both be over at Prairie High School First game of the night is going to be Glacier Peak versus Union. That's a 5:30 start time. Snohomish versus Prairie right afterwards. Nice job down low, up and in. Cheyenne Rogers, we got a 5-point game.
Yeah, like you said earlier, Snohomish isn't going anywhere.
Well, they broke the press on that one, but they haven't done it most of the time tonight, so they'll keep it up.
Rogers with 4 of her 5 points coming in the fourth quarter. 3-ball, Sandy hits it! Shaylin, first points of the night, and she picked an opportune moment to do so, breaking that Snohomish 5-0 run, putting GP back out in front by 8 with 5 minutes to go.
They've got nowhere to go on this game yet. We don't know who's going to win this one, but it's going to get close.
Looking for Ella Gallatin, looking for her first points of the second half. Can't find it. She had 16 in the first half.
Got blocked by Collins on that shot. Clean block by Collins. Didn't get called for a foul at least.
Sandy again, open look 3. Air ball. A little too excited. She was thinking back-to-back trays in as many possessions.
Yep.
Snohomish fans letting her hear about it, as fans often do when you're playing in their gym and you throw up an air ball. 3-ball, Rogers. It's a little bit like Sandy's shot. There to clean it up is Soderstrom. She now has 8 on the night. 6-point game once again. Just when you think a team's making a run, the other team comes right back. Sandy thinking about it, takes it. Misses there. Snohomish almost challenging her. Collins with the board. Misses the shot, coming away with the rebound, Kinsley. Double team, finally kicks it ahead, throws it over the head of Soderstrom. And Malia Smith says, I'll take that, thank you very much.
Wow.
We're now down under 4 minutes to go. That was a bad break there for Snohomish.
That was a 16th turnover for Snohomish,
daring
too.
Sandy to shoot right now. Ella just backing off, saying, you want it, you can have it. Rubino, 14 feet out, lifted a bit short, comes off the front iron into the hands of Soderstrom. Here comes Snohomish looking to push. And Ken Roberts says, you know what, my group needs a timeout.
Wow.
30-second timeout. Snohomish ball down by 6. 3:35 left on the clock.
And we'll be right back.
And welcome back once again to Snohomish High School. The Panthers trailing the Grizzlies by 6. However, the home team with the basketball looking to cut into that deficit in what has turned out to be a thriller of a game tonight. Snohomish leading the entire first half, up by as many as 6 in the third quarter. Glacier Peak then going on a 13-0 run, have led by as many as 10, and looking to go up by 8 again. Maya Erling steals the basket, breaks away, easy bucket for her. She now has 11. 44-36 score. Cheyenne Rogers with the ball up on top, thought about the 3. Swings it over to Kinsley Gallatin. Sister Ella Gallatin popping out. Looking down low. Kaylin Beckman loses the ball as Malia Smith comes away and picks the pocket, takes it down the floor.
That was some good ball handling right there. She was able to get up off the floor, kept that dribble going.
Malia looking backdoor for Collins, down low to Erling. Beautiful play. Teamwork makes the dream work, Ron Hinthorn.
Yeah.
What can you say there? My goodness.
Teamwork makes the dream
you got a pat
backdoor to Collins. Collins, without even barely touching the ball, just kicks it really quickly into Erling, threading the needle, really. And Erling just says, I'll finish things off here. 10-point lead, baseline Rogers. Swinging it around, Soderstrom, 3-ball, hits it!
Wow.
Soderstrom says, we're not going anywhere. She has 8 on the quarter, 11 for the night, 7-point game with 2:15 to go. Every time Glacier Peak thinks they're putting that nail in the proverbial coffin, Snohomish seems to come up with a play. Let's see what they can do right here. Glacier Peak in no rush. Rubino down low. Toma, easy bucket, nicely done. Everybody getting into the act right now for Glacier Peak. Those last 2 possessions, all 5 players on the floor contributing in some way, shape, or form, either with an assist or a bucket, or an assist for the assist, I should say. 3-ball. Gallatin still looking for her first points of the half.
Now, only a minute 30 left to go here. GP's got a commanding lead at this point.
I think I've noticed in the last half of this fourth quarter that GP is giving them a little bit more space down on the other end.
Block shot, Gallatin. Going to keep it right here. You can only press for so long. That wears you out, even for these youngsters.
Well, it does, but I think that they want to stay away from getting anybody falling out, too.
Getting it up on top. It's Madeline Toma a minute ago, swinging it over to Malia. Malia to Aaliyah. Into the lane, lays it up, rolls off. Nice rebound, Rubino, up and in.
Rubino finally getting on the scoreboard here.
That might just do it there. That's an 11-point lead, their largest of the night. Rubino with 4 points on the night. Her first 2 of the second half. Now as we're down under a minute to go, Glacier Peak, after a slow start this evening, coming along strong about midway through the third quarter. They just put their foot down and said, you know what, we're not playing like a number 1 team. Time to start owning up to it, and they have. Rogers' shot goes out of bounds. GP basketball. As we mentioned earlier, these two teams both going on the road after this. Their next home, Snohomish doesn't have a home game. Snohomish doesn't have a home game until December 30th. That's Burlington Edison. GP, they're going to host the Top of the Peak tournament, December 27th, 28th, and 29th. Teams to be scheduled later. I have a feeling we might see Todd Elvick at a few of those games.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking for a player of the game down here tonight. I got a vote I could throw in here for you.
Well, what's your vote? Let's hear what you got.
Now I got number 35, Maya Erling.
You're going Erling, okay.
She kind of carried the load here in this fourth period and kind of got him ahead here, and I think she deserves to get some recognition for that at least.
Boy, you know, there's so many different ways you could go in this game, too. Erling with 13, and she has 7 of those in the fourth quarter, obviously a quarter that was when they were able to put this game away. Nice job, Rubino, misses the shot. Olivia Collins also with 13 in the night. Malia Smith has hit some key threes. Yeah, there's so many different players, you're right.
Yeah, could go a couple different ways.
Stay
Adrenaline fundraising, player of the game. We got to take care of David Wright over there.
We like our guy David Wright. We love David Wright. Down to 10 seconds to go. The shot clock is
traveled right there. Both her feet moved while she had the ball.
11-point game with 10 seconds to go. They're like, let's not stop the clock for that. Here we go. Erling dribbling it out. Glacier Peak opening their season with a W. And they go all-time against Snohomish 7-1.
Yep, what do you want?
50-39 victory. Ron Henthorne, you're going to make the call for us. We're going to see who you bring up for our player of the game.
I'm going to go down with Maya. I'll bring her up.
There we go. Maya Erling is going to be the Adrenaline Fundraising player of the game this evening.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
And welcome back here at Snohomish High School, where tonight the Glacier Peak Grizzlies getting their first victory of the season, 50-39 over the Panthers. And joining us right now, the Adrenaline Fundraising player of the game, Maya Erling. Maya, we're going to talk about the good stuff here in a minute, but first, the first half of the game. You guys got off to a little bit of a slow start tonight against a team that you're very familiar with. Talk a little bit about maybe what was going on during that first half. Was it opening jitters? What was it that was going on for you and the team?
Honestly, it was a little bit of both.
I can hear him.
They came out really strong. They were hitting their threes. I mean, pat on the back to them. They were doing really good out the bat. And honestly, first game jitters too. I don't think we were expecting that. I mean, that was a tough first half. But I think during the locker room, we knew that we needed to calm down. And
what did Coach Hill say at halftime?
He just said that he expected this. Like they've had 3 games, whatever now. So they're going to be more prepared, obviously, than we were. And obviously they were. They played us the right way. They stopped our full court layups, and he just told us that we just need to stay in it and keep on believing, and then we were going to eventually get to them.
Is there something to be said for playing a team that is this familiar with you too? I mean, obviously, if you were to go on the road to say play a team in Kinko, they may not know your tendencies. This is a team that you practice with, you train with, you've played obviously throughout the years. You've grown up with these other players. Is there something to be said for that too?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know Coach Roberts obviously knows me. He knows Aaliyah. He knows just about everybody. He's been watching us for years now, so he knows how we play. And I think he did a really good job at coaching his players on how to stop us, and he did a really good job of that in the first half, obviously.
Do you think that full court press in the second half is what carried you through this?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite parts of playing with this team. I mean, I think our full court press defense, just like last year, has carried us throughout a lot of wins, because just tiring out teams through that, and they just weren't expecting it really, and I think that actually led us to the victory today.
Well, and when you look at it, Sandy getting in foul trouble early there, Aaliyah picking up 3 quick fouls, Madison had a few fouls as well, Rubino. You were kind of the one out there that still wasn't in foul trouble, and you were getting after it. I saw you diving for a few loose balls. Did you have that in mind? Did you kind of know, hey, I can't really let my teammates pick up another foul. I got to be the aggressor here, and it looked like you might have done that conscientiously in some ways.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think that's the mindset that you should have for every game, regardless of whether your teammates are in foul trouble or not. You got to do the necessary things, diving on the floor, rebounding, things like those. Points aren't always the biggest part of the game, and I think that's my mindset. And knowing that some of my teammates were having a little trouble in fouls, I had to pick up on those parts too. So, but yeah, they played great today too.
We didn't keep rebounds here, but you certainly crashed the boards well tonight too. I know you had a couple of second chance points. Talk a little bit about that. I know obviously this isn't a team, you don't have a Watkins like maybe they did a few years ago, or a player like that. I know you'd probably like to be out on the perimeter a little more, but really being that one of the taller players on this team, you kind of have to go down there and get those balls, don't you?
Right. Yeah, I think that's probably one of my main focuses this season, just because knowing that obviously Madison's our tallest player. She's only 5'11", and compared to most teams, that's not very big. So having to do the rebounds, and even though I'm little doing the boxing out, I think it's a priority. It should be a priority, because I'm kind of a big, I guess you could say.
By necessity on this team.
Yeah, I have to be.
I was noticing you're getting your picture taken by this lady over here. You know her?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys were at the Everett game, but my friend actually won player of the game, so that's her mom. But yeah, she's mom's friend.
Now she's returning the favor. Hey, so many players with experience on this team right now. You lost Haley, you lost Sydney. I know Tiara going out with the injury. A lot of experience, a lot of Tacoma Dome experience. How beneficial is that to this team getting ready for another season?
I think it's really beneficial, just because, I mean, the Tacoma Dome atmosphere is just something else. It's so loud, just like here tonight. If you're here, you can barely hear yourself talking. So I think knowing, that it's going to be loud, it's going to be exciting, there's going to be a little bit of pressure, but being used to that a little bit already definitely helps taking off the pressure off your shoulders.
Scorebook Live has you ranked number 1 in the state. Do you like having that target on your back?
I think it's a good thing. It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit of pressure, obviously. I mean, coming right off the bat, first team in state, you got to uphold the I guess how you play the first team. So yeah, it's a blessing, to be given that title. I mean, it takes a lot of hard work, and I think that we have gotten it, but we got to maintain it. I think if we continue to play like this, I think I'll eventually get there.
I think you got a very good chance. And by the way, we should give you your shirt. You are the Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Hold it up proudly as Todd Elbick takes a picture of you. We'll get my water out of the way there. Big smiles there for number 35. Again, 13 points on the night. Are you excited for this trip coming up this weekend?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, we haven't taken a trip like this in a long time. I don't think ever in the beginning of the season. So it's pretty exciting, and playing Union and Prairie. Union and Prairie. Prairie being the 3A state champion, and Union obviously still being a top team. It'll be a tough one, but it's exciting. It's definitely exciting.
And many more exciting nights for you, Maya. I'm sure you're going to have them all out there a lot. So looking forward to seeing you up here again.
And now the foes become friends on this trip too, right, Snohomish?
Yeah, I guess I don't know who's guitar.
Well, we were talking about the players, though. You get to go on the bus and everything. Is that a fun trip for the Snohomish Glacier Peak fans?
Yeah, I mean,
the players?
we definitely do support each other. I mean, if you guys know, state we were supporting each other. They won fourth, I think, too. And
the big picture after the game, yeah.
Because we're both from the same city, obviously, so we got to support each other. So at the end of the day, I mean, we're still one city, and I think at the end of the day, it's all friendly.
Well, very good. Well, again, 13 points tonight. Huge victory, a come-from-behind victory, 50-39 victory for the Grizzlies. Maya Erling, congratulations, and go ahead and celebrate this with your teammates, and we'll see you down the road.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Maya.
So again, Maya Erling, 13 points tonight, 7 of which coming in that fourth quarter. She had 9 in the second half alone. And Ron, this is going to be a tough team to play this year for whoever they line up against. I think once GP gets rolling, once they start to play that pressure defense, once they get everything up and rolling again, they're just a tough team to beat. We just waved up to these guys here. We got to get the ESPN sign on here one more time. Snohomish High School representing. Look at that. Todd, we got to have them get an STSPN one for next time.
Yeah, that's right.
So there we go. There you have it. STSPN meets ESPN. We got the phones out here right now. We're getting our pictures. Rough night for the Panthers on the court, but these guys certainly had a lot of fun up in the stands. Guys, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
It was a great game tonight, Steve. It was a nice come-from-behind victory for the Grizzlies here tonight. So they're on their way.
And I will say this, Snohomish, I was very impressed. Not to downplay it too much, but this is a team that lost a lot of key players. To be very honest with you, I didn't give them much of a chance coming in tonight. That's not a knock on them. I think just because of their youth and because of what Glacier Peak is bringing back and the fact that they are the number 1 ranked team in the state, I figured we were going to see what Glacier Peak did in the second half. I thought we were going to see that over the course of 32 minutes, and I think a lot of that is credited to the way that Snohomish had a game plan for them and the way that they came out and attacked and played strong defense. Ella Gallatin is going to be a very, very nice player in this league. She's already showing it. And again, 16 points in that first half tonight. Yep. I think Snohomish is going to surprise some people this year.
Snohomish is going to be a good team this year, and they're going to go back this week and work out on how to beat the full court press.
Yeah. Well, they know how to. Ken Roberts knows how to beat it. This is a team that's 48-4 in the last 4 years in league play in Wesco 3A. They've had a ton of success. Again, there's a little attrition going on with them right now. They're breaking in some new players. They've got 1 or 2 players that are also injured that they're expecting back. So I'll be curious to see how Snohomish plays moving forward. I think Glacier Peak, really, with all fairness to the other teams, I think they and Lake Stevens are kind of in a two-way race for that Wesco 4A title. Everybody else, I think, is just a little bit further below them. But Snohomish really in a tough, competitive league with the likes of Arlington and some others. It's going to be a battle this year. They might be a little more prepared for that battle than I gave them credit for before the night started.
Well, it's been a good night, though.
Been a great night indeed. So we're going to wrap things up right now. Again, the final score here tonight, Glacier Peak coming away with the 50-39 victory. We're trying to get people to wave to us here on camera. They're not having it. They don't even see us, Todd Elvick. We almost need a bullhorn or something. But for Todd Elvick, for Sarah Elvick, and for all the folks in the truck tonight, thank you very much. It's been a joy and a pleasure. And Todd Elvick, should ask you, we got more games coming up. Tomorrow night you got a game, right? You're right back here in this building.
Yeah, we're going to do Snohomish.
There's Todd
Elvick. Yeah, that is correct. We are in the middle of a schedule flux right now. And so tomorrow night.
It's kind of like the flux that the NFL does sometimes with their Sunday night games.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yep, we're a little bit in flux. So stay tuned to Wesco Athletics, and you'll be able to see games come up there and go off of there. But, yeah, we're back here with Sammamish and Snohomish.
Snohomish tomorrow night. So, again, for everybody.
And we're trying to get you to come back.
I have to work tomorrow night, but
that's right.
I'm doing PA over at Mount Lake Terrace High School for the Mount Lake Terrace Cascade girls. Otherwise, I would be here. But
nice.
Hopefully you'll have me back again this season.
Well, Ronnie will be back, right, Ron?
I'll be back tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. All right, for everybody involved tonight, again, your final score, Glacier Peak 50, Snohomish 39. You've been watching STSPN. Have a great night.